Okay, so let's just get this out of the way. If you have AI skills right now, you are literally sitting on a gold mine. I mean, the demand is just exploding. But, and this is a big but, having the skill is one thing. Actually getting paid what you're worth, that's a whole different ballgame.
And that's really the big question we're tackling today, right? You've got the skills. So what's the best way to cash in on them? Do you go the traditional route and climb the corporate ladder? Or do you forge your own trail? It's a huge decision, and it's going to shape your whole career.
Yeah, it's pretty much a fork in the road. On one path, you've got the classic W-2 employee, and on the other, you've got the independent, the 1099 freelancer. Look, they're two completely different ways to use the exact same skill set. So let's dive in and really break down what each of these paths looks and feels like.
All right, let's start with path one, the employee. Now, this is the path most of us are familiar with, right? It's all about stability, it's about structure, and being part of a bigger team.
And the appeal was pretty obvious right off the bat. We're talking a steady, predictable paycheck, a really strong annual salary, anywhere from, say, $90,000 to $180,000 a year, plus benefits. I mean, that's a seriously solid foundation to build on.
Okay, so what are you actually doing day to day? Well, for the most part, you're going to be working on AI projects that the company assigns to you, supporting either their internal teams or the company's actual clients. The really key thing to understand here is that you're working inside an established system. You follow their rules, you use their processes.
But of course, there's always a trade-off, isn't there? The pros? They're huge. You get that stable income we just talked about, you get benefits, a clear structure, and honestly, you can learn so fast because you're surrounded by experienced people. But then there's the other side of the coin, the cons. You've got a ceiling on what you can earn, your flexibility is pretty limited, and you don't really get to pick and choose the projects or niches you're passionate about. You kind of do what you're told. So look, here's the bottom line for the employee path. It is absolutely fantastic for certain people. If you're a beginner, if you really want to build up your skills in a safe environment, or hey, if you just really, really value stability, this is probably the way to go. It's an excellent choice for that. Okay, but what if that doesn't sound like you? What if you want something different? Well, that brings us to path number 2, the freelancer. This one is all about autonomy, independence, and this is the key word here, leverage.
And right away, you'll see the numbers tell a completely different story. We're not talking about annual salary anymore. We're talking about hourly rates that reflect the direct value you bring. We're talking anywhere from $75 an hour to $250 or even more. The whole earning game just changed. And it doesn't even stop at hourly rates. A lot of freelancers, probably most of them, work on a per-project basis. And the upside here, it is massive. A single project could be worth $3,000, or it could be worth $20,000 or more. That's for one project.
Now you might be thinking, that sounds kind of risky. What about stability? Well, smart freelancers use retainers. This is where clients pay you a monthly fee, say $2,000, $5,000, $10,000 a month, just for ongoing access to you and your skills. This is how you build a predictable income as a freelancer.
The day-to-day work is also just fundamentally different. You're not just an employee executing a task list anymore. Nope, you're an entrepreneur. You have to go out and sell your AI solutions directly to businesses. You're automating their workflows, fixing their problems. And at the end of the day, you're judged on one thing and one thing only, delivering real, measurable results. So when we look at the pros and cons here, it's almost a perfect mirror image of the employee path. The pros, way higher income potential, you have total control over the clients you take on, and your schedule, it's as flexible as you want it to be. But the cons? Well, they're real. You are the business, which means you've got to find your own clients. That income can be pretty inconsistent, especially when you're starting out. And benefits? Health insurance? 401k? Forget about it. You're on your own for all of that.
So who is this path really for? Well, it is tailor-made for anyone with that entrepreneurial bug. It's also perfect for people switching careers who already have a network they can tap into. And really, it's for anyone whose main goal isn't just a paycheck, but true leverage. Leverage over their time, their money, and their future. Okay, we've looked at the money, the daily tasks, the pros, the cons, all of it. But if we strip everything else away, what is the single biggest difference between these two paths?
This right here is the absolute core of it all. As an employee, you are paid for your time. You trade hours for dollars. But as a freelancer, your time is almost irrelevant. Nobody cares how long it took you. You are paid for the results you deliver, period.
And really getting that difference, I mean, it changes everything. Which brings us to what I think is the most important takeaway from this whole breakdown.
First things first, we've got to have a little mental shift here. See, being good at AI isn't like learning how to use a new version of Excel. It's not just another bullet point for your resume.
No, it is a leverage skill. And what does that mean? It means it multiplies your output. It allows one person, you, to deliver the kind of results that used to take a whole team of people. It's a true force multiplier for your value. So here's the kicker. The AI skill itself is the same for both the employee and the freelancer. But how you package that skill, well, that changes absolutely everything. Deciding to be an employee or a freelancer, that's just you choosing a different package for that exact same leverage skill. And believe me, that choice, that package, is what's going to determine your income, your freedom, and really the entire trajectory of your career.
So it all comes back to you, doesn't it? As you're thinking about what's next, what your next move is, you need to ask yourself a really important question. Are you trying to build a career, or are you trying to build leverage? Are you building a stable career inside a system someone else created? Or are you building personal leverage that you control? Look, there's no right or wrong answer here, but knowing which one you're playing for, that's the key to everything.